Tatum, we just arrived on scene. Let me just step out of the way so you can see everything that's going on behind me right now. Multiple police agencies. I've seen DPS, Sheriff, and Odessa Police all out here responding to the incident. You can see all those police lights down the road on Custer right now. They have the area blocked off from 8th on Custer all the way up to Beechwood. We're hearing some pops and banging in the background. We're trying to find out what that is right now. We are going to continue to work to get you more information, so stay with CBS 7 News online and on air as we get more information as it becomes available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. I'm with Joe Kendrick now. He's one of the witnesses who saw this. Joe, tell me a little bit about what you saw just now.
Well, when we pulled up here about 20 minutes ago, me and my sister, we were on our way to the grocery store, do a little holiday shopping, and we pulled up and there was probably about 10 cops here, and we stopped at the stop sign and got out of the car, and we were watching, trying to see what was going on. There's an apartment door that's open, so we were trying to see if they were going to go in or not, and I told my sister that it was a standoff. Probably about 2 or 3 minutes later, Mark Donaldson pulled up, and I guess the guy that they're doing the standoff with, he let off about 30 or 35 rounds. You can smell the smoke from the chamber of the gun. It was pretty bad. My sister took off running. You know, it's just something that we don't want to see during the holidays, or we don't want to see anyone get hurt. You know, but it was kind of scary. Hopefully everything goes all right, you know, and no one gets hurt. So.
I mean, a situation like this where there's a lot of cops out here and a lot of craziness going on, I mean, what's going through your head when you heard all those gunshots?
Probably get down. You know, get down and hide. You know, I dug down for a minute there, and after the gunshots, the cops, you know, started making everybody move back, and there's a lot of cops here, you know. Hopefully, you know, nobody over there in this situation that's going on will get hurt, and everything will come out, you know, clean. But it's sad to see this going on right now during the holidays. You know, there's a daycare around the corner, and then there's kids, you know, that's out of school. So hopefully no one got hurt, no kids are involved or anything.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate your time. Again, that's Joe Kendrick. He's one of the witnesses. Was out here when everything first began. Continue to stay with CBS 7 News and CBS7.com as the latest information becomes available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News.
All right, we're trying to go out to John right now. John, what can you tell us?
Tatum, right now, in the last few minutes, a police helicopter has begun to circle the area. There's still a very heavy police presence out here on Custer, all the way from 8th, and it's blocked off up to Beechwood. With me right now is Joe Kendrick. He was one of the witnesses from the incident earlier today. Joe, I mean, have you seen that suspect leave at all, or what have you seen so far?
No, we haven't seen him leave. Me and my sister were probably the first ones on the scene besides the cops. There's an apartment door that's open over there, so I don't know if he's in that apartment or if he took off down the alley. I don't think he went down the alley because while we were standing out, you know, he let off about 35 rounds at the police. So I don't think that he's taken off or anything. We haven't seen anyone besides, you know, the police and the task force and the SWAT team that's arrived now. But me and my sister, we've been here probably about 30 or 45 minutes. The last thing we saw was the police running backwards when he was letting off the gunfire. And after he did that, you know, the smoke was in the air from the chamber of the gun. It smelled real bad, and they started backing us up. So after that, we haven't seen anything.
I mean, have the police told you anything else as of this point, or are you still kind of just sitting out here trying to figure out what's going on just as much?
Yeah, we're just out here trying to figure out what's going on. I haven't talked to any police or anything like that. So.
I mean, have you ever heard gunfire like that before?
No, not that many shots. It was quite a bit. It was at least, I know it was at least 30 shots that he let off, and I know that it wasn't the police that let him off. It was the guy that's inside the apartment right now. After Sheriff Mark Donaldson got here, that's when he let the rounds off. So.
All right, wonderful. Appreciate it, Joe. Thank you very much. Again, right now it is still a very active scene. There's Texas State Troopers on site, Odessa Police, as well as Ector County Sheriff, multiple agencies. The helicopter is still circling overhead right now. There is SWAT on scene, but we are not going to let you see any of that right now for the safety of those officers. Continue to stay with CBS 7 and CBS7.com as information does become available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. Tatum, still a very intense scene out here right now. Several police officers out here blocking off the streets all the way from 8th up to Beechwood here on Custer. I just spoke with one woman who says she has a 2.5-year-old daughter in daycare in this area. She just got off the phone with that daycare and they are in lockdown right now. Currently what we know is there is a police situation. One of the witnesses told us they heard 30 to 40 gunshots right after Sheriff Donaldson arrived. We are still working to get you more information, and stay with CBS7.com and CBS 7 as information does become Custer. They urge you to stay away from the area and do not come around here. That suspect is considered armed and very dangerous. For now, live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News.
Block of Custer, that's where John Traffinstead is. John, what can you tell us at this time?
Tatum, there is still a helicopter circling above out here. It is right over there if you take a look at it. This has all been going on since about 11:30 this morning when Odessa police tried to serve a warrant. About 20 minutes later, that's when police say the suspect opened fire, shooting 2 Odessa police officers. Those officers have been taken to Medical Center Hospital. Odessa Police, Texas Troopers, Ector County Sheriff, U.S. Marshals are all here on scene. We spoke to the mayor just a few moments ago. He said that Texas Rangers have taken over the situation as of right now. We also spoke with one witness earlier today who says that this has all kind of been taken off him by surprise.
We heard a bunch of gunshots, probably about 30 or 40 rounds. Whoever the guy is over there, he just letting them know that he's ready, and they backed us up, and you could smell the gun smoke from the fire, from the chamber of the gun.
Back out here live, there are still several police units out here. It's still a very active situation. The mayor says that suspect is still inside and not in custody at this time. Police have the area all the way from 8th up to, all the way up the street here, past the apartments blocked off, so avoid the area if possible. We will continue to bring you the latest information as it becomes available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. Jay, we just heard 3 more, make that 4 more loud pops right behind me at the apartment complex up there. You can still see several police units out here investigating and trying to contain this subject. Odessa police say he is still very much a danger, and he's locked in one of the apartments in there. This all began about 11:30 this morning when police tried to serve a warrant at the Clayton Manor apartments. 20 minutes later, that's when police say that subject fired on them, shooting 2 of the officers. Those officers have been taken to Medical Center Hospital. A witness on scene says he heard 25 to 35 shots at that time. It is believed at this time, like I said, he is contained to one apartment in that apartment complex. This is still a very dangerous situation. Police have the roads blocked off from 8th all the way up to Beechwood here on Custer. We are trying to get more information and still trying to get the identity of that suspect. Stay with CBS 7 News and CBS7.com for the latest information as it becomes available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. Jay, Tatum, we've continued to hear several loud pops coming from behind us. Just moments ago, the Midland County Sheriff brought out their armored personnel vehicle along with their SWAT team. This whole situation has been going on for nearly 6 hours now, and that suspect is still not in custody. Helicopters descended. SWAT teams surrounded the Clayton Manor apartments before noon. A chaotic scene as 2 police officers shot trying to serve a warrant to a man who violated his parole. Police say a woman opened the apartment door before the man came out and started shooting at 2 officers. Joe Kendrick was steps away when he heard the gunshots.
It was quite a bit. It was at least, I know it was at least 30 shots. My sister, she took off running. She took off running after the gunshots were fired.
DPS, Homeland Security, and the SWAT team surrounded the shooter's apartment for hours. Police released the names of the injured officers, Sergeant Pedro Gonzalez and Officer Corey Wester. Throughout the day, loud popping sounds left neighbors unnerved.
It's something that you don't want to see during the holidays,
Police say the man responsible may face capital murder charges. Joining him now is Corporal Steve Lasware with the Odessa Police Department. Corporal, what can you tell us so far? Any new information?
No, there's no new information. We're still obviously at a standoff with the subject. The suspect has barricaded himself, and we're still going at it.
Why has the Midland Sheriff's Department come out to assist you at this time?
Well, it's not uncommon for something this serious, this magnitude, for other agencies to come and assist us. We appreciate all the help. As you can see, we've had help from pretty much every agency you can think of, including the Midland County Sheriff's Office along with the Midland Police Department.
How are the officers doing at this time?
Last we'd heard both officers were listed as being in fair condition. One of the officers was still in surgery. I'm not sure if he's still in surgery.
We heard reports that your police robot was shot at. Has that able to be confirmed at this time?
We're not going to confirm any of that right now. We're not releasing any of those details. It's still an ongoing investigation.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much, Corporal.
Thank you, John.
Again, this is a very active situation right now. 8th Street is blocked down to 1 lane. Police have this area closed all the way up to the other side of 10th Street, so just avoid the area if possible. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. Tatum, that's right. Just a few minutes ago, a trailer from the Lubbock County Sheriff's Bomb Squad arrived here on scene. Take a look behind me. You can still see multiple police lights. The Police Mobile Command Unit is here. Texas State Troopers, Texas Rangers. Ector County Sheriff, Midland County Sheriff, now, as I said, the Lubbock County Sheriff. This all began about 11:30 this morning at the Clayton Manor Apartments, when Odessa police attempted to serve a warrant. About 20 minutes later, a suspect fired at two police officers, wounding them. They were taken to Medical Center Hospital and are said to be in fair condition this evening. That suspect has been barricaded inside an apartment for the majority of the night. This is still considered a very dangerous situation, a very active situation. Residents have been kept out of their homes at this point right now. We are still trying to get more information, so stay with CBS 7 News and CBS7.com for the information as it becomes available. We now return you to your local programming live in Odessa. John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. We have just learned from three separate police sources that the suspect is in custody. You can see the Ector County Sheriff's armored personnel vehicle is leaving the scene right now. The Odessa Police Public Information Officer Steve LeSueur has not confirmed this information to us. However, three other independent police sources say they have the suspect in custody. You can see there are still several police cars out here at this time. Now, this all began just after 11:30 this morning when Odessa police attempted to serve a warrant. The suspect shot at police, wounding two officers who were sent to Medical Center Hospital. Those officers are said to be in fair condition this evening. We are going to continue to get more information and get everything out to you as soon as we can. So stay with CBS 7 and CBS7.com as that information becomes available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. Tatum, we're right across the street now from where everything happened today. With me is Corporal Steve LeSueur with the Odessa Police Department. Corporal, tell me, what exactly did it take to get Garza out of the house today?
Well, as you know, we were here for approximately 9 hours in a standoff. Garza barricaded himself inside the residence for approximately 9 hours. It started shortly before noon, and he was taken into custody approximately 9 p.m. this evening. As you can see, we had approximately, 3 to 4 dozen OPD officers here all day long, along with several other agencies. We just appreciate all the help, cooperation. We appreciate all the assistance from the other agencies, along with the cooperation from the public. This guy was extremely dangerous. He was armed and dangerous, and we're just very pleased with the way it turned out, other than the two officers that were shot. Hopefully they're going to be okay, but as of now, they're listed as being in fair condition.
And all the manpower and everything that's gone on today, how much is this going to cost the city?
It's unknown exactly how much it's going to cost, but the most important thing is the safety of everyone.
I mean, after 9 hours out here and apparently a lot of rounds being exchanged, what's it going to take before residents are able to actually come out here and crime scene's able to investigate this?
Well, the crime scene techs just arrived on scene, so they're probably going to be here pretty much all night long. And so we're just going to ask for the patience, especially the residents that live here, because they're more than likely going to be out here all night long processing the scene.
What do you have to say to the fellow officers who are still out protecting and serving the community tonight after a situation like this?
It's a dangerous job. We just, this time of year is exceptionally dangerous because the stress levels are higher, and for other reasons, there's lots of other family disturbances that we respond to. But regardless of this time of year any other time of the year, it's just something to be expected that comes with the job.
All right, thank you, Corporal. Thank you for your time very much. Again, after 9 hours, that standoff has. That injury is unknown at this time. Stay with CBS 7 and CBS7.com for more information as it does become available. Live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News. You can still see the hole where everything began today. After 9 hours, the standoff is over. Odessa police say they were able to get the suspect out peacefully. Take a look behind me here. You can see Odessa police investigating all the crime scene. You can see the hole in the apartment where everything began. Steve LeSueur with the Odessa Police Department says that it's going to take them several hours to comb through all this evidence, to count every shot and make sure they get every piece of information they can in this case. The people who live in this area have been able to return home, except the people who live in the apartment complex. The police say it's better if they start looking for an alternative place to sleep tonight. After 9 hours, again, the standoff is over. Everything did come to an end peacefully, but 2 police officers were shot, and they are considered in good condition. For now, reporting live in Odessa, John Traffinstead, CBS 7 News.